really cold sub-zero temperatures, heating your home is essential to stay warm. But how do you know if there is actually a problem with your furnace? KTIV's RJ Breen speaks with the local heating and cooling company about what you can look for and when you need to call in a technician to help.
When it's this cold, those furnaces that might be on the fence will fail. A lot of things happen when it's so cold out.
Your furnace is essential to heating your home during the cold winter months. Some of the problems you may run into can be caught before they happen.
We always recommend preventative maintenance because we can catch a lot of problems before they turn into, let's say, a no heat.
Now, one of the easiest preventative measures you can do to ensure that your furnace is running properly is to check the air filter. You'll notice this filter, it's dirty and it restricts the airflow into your home. But by simply swapping it out for a new and cleaner one, you'll notice a more efficient difference in the heating of your home.
Inspect that outside where you're right, especially on high efficiency furnaces. Sometimes the vent is very close to the ground, so to make sure it's free and clear, especially again if we get snow or if there should be some ice buildup.
Another step you can take to ensure your furnace runs properly is to set a constant temperature in your home and not change it too much. Kaylin says in the event that your furnace needs a replacement, it could cost thousands depending on the type of furnace for your home. In Sioux City, RJ Breen, KTIV News 4.
And Kaylin says crews are available 24/7 to make repairs and even replace your furnace if it's needed.